Hello everybody, welcome to another lesson by me, Miss Pythagoras. In this lesson, I will explain sinking funds. This is lesson 6 of 8. Now let's discuss what is a sinking fund. Businesses will own equipment, furniture or vehicles which at some point will have to be replaced. After some time, the old equipment can still be sold at scrap value. If it is a vehicle, then it's sold at book value. New, upgraded equipment can then be bought. Most businesses set up a savings plan to replace the old equipment. This savings account is called a sinking fund. Usually there are 4 parts to this question. First, we will work out the book value or the scrap value of the equipment with this formula. The second part will be we'll have to calculate the replacement value or cost of new equipment with this formula. The third thing will be the value of the sinking fund with the formula the sinking fund's value equals the new price minus the depreciated price. And the fourth one, the monthly payment into the sinking fund. And we will use the future value formula, which is this one. Due to load shedding, a restaurant buys a generator for 145,000 Rand. It depreciates at 18% per annum on a reducing balance. A new generator is expected to appreciate in value at a rate of 11% per annum. They set up a sinking fund to be able to replace the generator in 5 years' time. Calculate the value of the depreciated generator in 5 years' time. Now, first of all, we'll make the summary. Our P value is 145,000. This is the value of the generator as it stands now. N is 5. I is 18 over 100, which is 0,18. And then A is what we're looking for. It depreciates on a reducing balance. So the formula that we'll use is A is equal to P bracket 1 minus I to the power of N. And now we will substitute. In P's place, the 145,000 times bracket 1 minus I is 0,18 and N is raised to the power of 5. And when you slot that into your calculator, the final answer, the depreciated value of the generator will be 53,757 Rand and 28 cents. The second part of the question is, a new generator is expected to appreciate in value at a rate of 11% per annum. Calculate the price of a new generator in 5 years' time. We'll make the summary. P is 145,000. I is 11%. Therefore, it's 11 divided by 100 is equal to 0,11. N is 5. A, that's what we're looking for. The formula that we're going to use is this one. A is equal to P bracket 1 plus I to the power of N. And we substitute in P's place, 145,000 bracket 1 plus I is 0,11 raised to the power of 5. And when you slot that into your calculator, you will see that the price of a new generator in 5 years' time will be 244,333 Rand and 43 cents. The third question will be, how much money do they need in the sinking fund to buy a new generator in 5 years' time. Therefore, we'll say the value of the sinking fund equals the new price minus the depreciated price, which is the 244,000 minus the 53,000, and then the value in the sinking fund is 190,576 rand and 15 cents. The fourth part of a sinking fund sum is we have to calculate the monthly payment into the sinking fund if the interest rate of the fund is 14% per annum. Again, we'll make a summary. The future value of the sinking fund is 190,000. We calculated that in the previous slide. Our I is the 14%, which is 14 over 100, is equal to 0.14. Now, N is 5 years, but we have to multiply the 5 by 12 since we will be making monthly payments. Therefore, N is 5 times 12, which is 60. Into the future value formula, we'll substitute. In F's place, the 190,000 equals X times 1 plus I is 0.14, but we still have to divide it by 12 because there's monthly payments. Raised to the power of 60 minus 1 over the I 0.14 and divided by 12. Then we will multiply both sides by the 0.14 over 12. What I do on the left, I do on the right. And if you slot the numerator in one go into your calculator, you end with x bracket 1,005, etc. On the left hand side, you multiply with the 0.14 over 12 and you end with that number 223,388, etc. And then we'll divide it away with 1,005, and then x's value is 2,210 rand and 99 cents. That is the monthly payment that we will make into the sinking fund. Have you subscribed yet? And a reminder, you can also visit my website onlinemaths.co.za. Also feel free to leave a comment or like my video. Let's continue with the maths. Let's look at another example on sinking funds. The cost of a new delivery tuk-tuk is 280,000 rand. It is expected to depreciate on a reducing balance by 19% per annum. The price of a new tuk-tuk is expected to increase by 13% per annum. The delivery company sets up a sinking fund to be able to replace the tuk-tuk in 4 years' time. Question 1. Calculate the book value of the tuk-tuk in 4 years' time. Again, we'll make the summary. P, the principal amount, is 280,000 rand. N is 4. I is 19 divided by 100, which is 0.19. And A is what we're looking for. Into the reducing balance formula, we'll substitute. In P's place, the 280,000 bracket 1 minus I is 0.19 raised to the power of 4. When we slot that into our calculator, then the depreciated value, the book value of the tuk-tuk will be 120,530 rand and 82 cents. The second question in a sinking fund sum will be, let's work out the price of a new tuk-tuk is expected to increase by 13% per annum. Calculate the price of a new tuk-tuk in 4 years' time. Again, we'll make a summary. P is the 280,000. I, 13%, which is 13 divided by 100, equals 0,13. N is 4, and A is what we're looking for. Into the formula, A is equal to P bracket 1 plus I to the N, we substitute. In P's place, 280,000 bracket 1 plus I is 0,13 raised to the power of 4. We slot that into the calculator and we see that the price of a new tuk-tuk in 4 years' time will be 456,532 Rand and 61 cents. How much money do they need in the sinking fund to buy a new tuk-tuk in 4 years' time? Inside the formula, sinking fund's value equals new price minus the book value. So it's the 456,000 minus the calculated 120,000 book value equals. So therefore the value of the sinking fund is 336,001 Rand and 79 cents. The last question in sinking funds will be calculate the monthly payment into the sinking fund if the interest rate of the fund is 15% per annum. We'll make the summary. The F, the future value, is 336,000 calculated in the previous sum. I is 15 divided by 100, which is 0,15. N is in 4 years' time, but remember there's monthly payments, so it's 4 times 12, so the N is 48. Into the future value formula, we'll substitute values and we're going to work out X. F's value, 336,000 equals, X is what we're looking for, times 1 plus. I is 0,15, but remember there's monthly payments, so we will divide I by 12. Raised to the power of N, which is 48, minus 1 over I, which is the 0,15 divided by 12 because of the monthly payments. Then we will multiply both sides with 0,15 over 12. So on the right it will cancel and you will multiply with the left. In the next step, the numerator, when you slot all of that into your calculator, you end with X times 0,815, etc. On the left hand side, when you multiply, you find 4200,022,375 and we will divide with 0,81, the whole number there. And then the X is 5,151 Rand and 16 cents. That is the monthly payment into the sinking fund over a period of 4 years. Now you know how to deal with a sinking fund. Click on the video in the left-hand corner to take you to the next lesson. There I will discuss deferred annuities.